Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hello friends, now I'm going to talk about the important compound which consists of hydrogen, that is water. So now here we are going to discuss about what is water and what are the different properties of basically water and how does it plays a very important role in our biological life. So now let us discuss about water and its physical properties. Talking about water, commonly known as H2O in chemical formula, has a various applications and has a great importance in our biological life. Most of the earth is being surrounded by water, and basically if we talk about our human body is made up of that is 65% of water. And talking about plants are made up of that is 95% of water. This water plays not only a role in basically in transferring of basically the blood in our body or various function in our body, but this also has a various application, wide application in basically in creating different kind of substances. So it is the different nature of the water that makes it to be more special, and it makes it to be very much important in our life. And let us understand that how it is different from the other hydrates. So talking about the physical property, and this is the thing that we have already know, that is if you talk about H2, then the molecular formula of or the molecular weight of that is the water, it has been found to be that is 18 gram per mole. So talking about the heat of formation, that is the delta HF, if I would call it, then this would be basically it is found to be minus 285.9 kilojoules per mole. And there are also certain things like density, it has been found to be 1 gram per cm cube, and melting point. Talking about the other properties, like the melting point, it is found to be 273 Kelvin, about 273 Kelvin, and for boiling point it has been found to be 373 Kelvin. So these are the certain physical constants that we know. But let me talk about the other property, that is dielectric constant. So the dielectric constant of water, it has been found to be that is 78.39 coulomb square per Newton meter square. This is very much high. So this were related to the physical properties and some readings that we already know. But now let me discuss about that how basically water plays a very important role and what are the other physical properties. So if you talk about that is water, that is it is belonging the central atom which is in the water, it's basically oxygen, and oxygen belongs to group 16. So we could say that water is basically a hydrate of oxygen, while the other hydrates of the group 16, like for sulfur, like H2S, and the other compounds where basically the hydrogen is been attached to group 16 element except hydrogen are in gaseous state. But talking about water, water is the only one that is forming a liquid state compound also in a stable form. That's the reason H2 can be in a gaseous form, can be in a liquid form, as well as in a solid form also. So this stability of the H2, it arises because of the hydrogen bonding. So this is something that we have discussed in our earlier lectures also, or in our earlier chapters also, that how basically H2 forms a bond that is known as hydrogen bonding. If we consider the molecule of that is H2, it has a particular structure, but for an instance, suppose if I am representing it with this structure, so this has a lone pair of electron, while the other hydrogen molecule will also have the same thing, other water molecule. So this kind of electronegativity difference that has been between the oxygen and this different molecules hydrogen will make them to have a partially positive and partially negative charge, as you could see over here. And this is how basically the hydrogen bonding takes place, and that's the reason that this kind of extra interactive force between the two molecules makes us to understand that why basically H2O is in the form of a liquid state, while the other, like H2S, they are not forming a liquid state compound. So this is somewhere it is different. So talking about now the electrical conductivity, and basically let me talk about the dielectric constant. Pure water doesn't consist of conducts electricity, but if we talk about the dielectric constant, it has been found to be that is 78.39 coulomb square per Newton per meter square. So this is very high, and that's the reason that most of the ionic compounds, they can easily dissolve in the water. For example, NaCl is very much soluble in water, but there are also certain compounds like if we say like AgCl, AgCl, or we could say like ALF3, so, or BaSO4, barium sulfate. So these are not that much soluble in water. In fact, they are partially soluble or they are insoluble in water. The reason behind that is the water is not been able to dissociate this two molecules, and that's the reason that we could say that the lattice energy of this AgCl is very much high compared to that of water. So that's the reason they are not soluble. But most of the ionic salts, they are very much soluble in water. Now, talking about the organic solids or organic compounds, like we could say like alcohol, carboxylic acid, so they are very much soluble in water, and that's the reason that this polarity, this polar nature of the water makes the other molecules to get soluble in it, and that is how this were the properties of H2O. So talking about the other physical properties and the importance of water, most of the water in this planet is being covered, and with this planet is covered with earth, and most of it, the water are being present in the form of oceans, seas and all. But even the glaciers which are in the form of that is ice, even that consists of water. Our environment also consists of water, and that is how basically water plays a very vital role. So this was just an introduction of water, as well as this was regarding the physical properties of water, and regarding the structure, and regarding the various chemical properties. This is a topic that I am going to cover in the next lecture. Thank you friends for watching this video. I hope you have understood this video very clearly and you have got to know the importance of water. I hope you will share this video with your friends, and yes, don't forget to subscribe Ekeeda channel. Thank you so much.